I kind of threw myself into this as a challenge. Getting in better shape, but carrying a 50-pound pack over a mile is still a little bit of a challenge. Probably won't be even harder in the morning. Well, I sure hope that's my campsite up ahead. 'Cause I'm getting a little tired. It's been a long day. It's up at 6 after drinking, so I looked and felt my best. And then went and did a full shift of work, and then drove an hour and a half out here. Hey, alright. I think we're in business. That wasn't too bad, I say now. May even have a little bit of daylight left. Whew. Whew. I think there's like roughly 8. Yeah. I think. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna get this pack off. For sure. I don't think any of this is coming out. The most important thing, my chair. Yeah, we got the tent set up. All my stuff inside. We got the spooky woods. That's the trail I came in on over there. It's morning. That ain't bad. Oh, we're up. We're out of the tent. We're moving around. We're going places. I did find a funny place to put my bear canister. Definitely need some coffee. Ow. Nobody touched it. And that's the trail I came in on. That one goes to the other side of the loop out here. And that trail leads to the other primitive sites and then the back side of the windmill loop. I have some work to do, and then a mile back to the car, and then it's off to the headquarters to get my permit. I'm out here at Colorado Bend State Park, and we have a full day ahead of us, so I wanted to get camp packed up as quick as possible and eat kind of a light breakfast. I have a Larabar and some astronaut ice cream because we're gonna get shot into space. Slept pretty good. I think probably around 4 in the morning I heard a rather sizable animal outside the tent. Likely culprit, probably a deer, if I had to guess. And there were a couple other instances at other points where I heard things that go bump in the night. But all in all, I slept pretty well. Went to bed pretty early. I was tired from working yesterday and driving out here. And I did pretty good backpacking out here. Backpacking is very tiring. I will say that. Here's my freeze-dried mint ice cream bar. Since I didn't eat it for dessert last night, I figured it'd make a good addition to breakfast. I feel like I'm eating chalk. I don't think I've had one of these since I was a child. It's okay. pretty day, but I think the high is going to be 85 last I checked, so it's going to get a little warm. This right here is always my favorite part. Just give it a go. If you're not making funny noises, you're not doing it right. Oh. Well, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So, I think with backpacking, the process is always going out and doing it and dialing in exactly what you need, want, are willing to drag and willing to leave behind. One thing I will not leave behind is my chair. I do love having a chair. And the other thing that I have that I think worked really well were the Z-Packs camp shoes. It's basically just real lightweight slip-on shoes. Those worked pretty well and are way less bulky than the Crocs and probably less fashionably offensive. Colorado Bend State Park is, about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes northwest of Austin. Closest big town is Lampasas. My mom was reading me some of the history of Lampasas, as I think I'm pronouncing that right. Lampasas. Oh wow, look at that. The town apparently had a big gunfight in it in the late 1800s. I'll have to get back over there at some point and check out the town. I did a thorough investigation of their local Whataburger yesterday. Yeah, look at that. We've come down to the river. The Colorado River. These guys got quite a fishing rig. Looks like gentlemen of the managerial class. Alright. Got a boat ramp over there, but we've come for the trails, not the water sports. Oh man, I took off my heavy boots. I got my light boots on, took off the heavy pack, just rocking my normal 20-liter day hiking pack, and oh my goodness, what a difference. I feel like I can jog. Masters of the landscape. People often think that the earliest Texans were just scraping by, but they had all the skills needed to thrive here. The first people to call this area home were master survivalists with detailed knowledge of the land and its resources. They knew which plants to eat and which to avoid. They knew which had healing properties, and they also knew special techniques for cooking otherwise inedible plants like sotol, S-O-T-O-L, sotol, Quetzalcoatl. Using special earth ovens, they slow cooked plant roots until they were tender and sweet. Wait a minute, aren't all ovens earth ovens? Oh, here we go. For most of prehistory, people used a special weapon called an atlatl. I've heard of those. Where you kind of launch the spear like a javelin. Later, the bow and arrow became the weapon of choice. Central Texas barbecue is world-renowned, but did you know that it got its start thousands of years ago? The aroma of smoked meats has been in the air here ever since people have. Well, barbecue goes way back. Currently in the southernmost part of the park, sort of the southwest corner. Supposedly there's a scenic something or other over here. Ow. What do we got? Oh, that's an actual trail. That's the Spicewood Canyon Trail. I think I want to go to the Spicewood Springs. The headquarters for the park is all the way down at the southernmost part of the park, right on the Colorado River. And there are some campsites, drive-up campsites, not a crazy amount. And then some tent camping, some primitive sites that you can walk to. That's like about a half mile going north along the riverbank. I'm going south along the riverbank, where there's a couple trails that connect to the rest of the park and the spring. And watch out for them slippery surfaces. I always do. Now, this is cool. That goes out to the river. It's like there's some little waterfalls. Get some pictures. Ooh, geology. Would you believe that Texas once sat beneath a shallow sea? Sea waters rose and fell for millions of years. The result, layers of limestone rock stacked up like a cake. When the sea finally receded, its floor hardened into limestone. The layer that formed during the Cretaceous covers most of the Texas hill country. And for many places covered in this Cretaceous limestone, the geological story stops there, but not here. After the Cretaceous sea receded, near the time of the extinction of the dinosaurs, the Tertiary Age began. During this time, some very, very old rocks began to uplift. Forces beneath the earth pushed them upward. These rocks, buried for eons, were over 1 billion years old. These Precambrian rocks lifted up layer after layer of limestone. Limestone rocks are soft, so erosion happens fast. So you can see Dinosaur Valley way up at the top layer. Colorado Bend eroded down. Enchanted Rock a little nubbin. Ow. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Today's high, 83. Heat rescues this year, 1. It's fucking bad when we're in February and there's already been 1 heat rescue. Alright. actually. Let's really think about this. Yeah, let's just go to the falls. Very rocky terrain. And really watch where I step. This is the perfect terrain to roll your ankle on. Look at that. Terrible. This must be all that limestone from the Cretaceous period. These falls better be worth it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get back up out of here. Oh, I'm not looking forward to going back up that. Using my skills of deductive reasoning, I think the falls are this way. Boy howdy, my knees are screaming. This trip was gonna be a reality check on where my physical endurance is at. Shit. By the time this is over, we may have to replace some bearings. You gotta do it though. Gotta do it for the gram. Shit, that doesn't even look like a trail. This just looks like it's washed out. Starting to vaguely resemble work. Shit. I gotta go down this. This better be worth it. That was tricky. It's gonna be a real blast coming back up. We're gonna die now, probably. Falls are over there. Tallest waterfall in Texas. Let's try not to die. Yeah. Well, we didn't die, thankfully. So I've decided to push on an easier trail to see these Gorman Springs. No sooner do I say easier than it's a limestone nightmare. May have to take some Tylenol after this. Ooh. Yeah. Which way do we go, George? I guess this way. Or that way. I think it's that way. And he was never found again. It's been a challenging day for navigating for me. After some backtracking, I think I'm on the right track now. I think this is going to be the last diversion before I head back to the car, because I'm hungry and tired. This Gorman Spring trail is dedicated to Pat Copeland. Pat's tireless efforts made an idea a reality. Dedicated October 20th, 2001. Thank you, Pat. Alright. I think this spring comes out of the ground, obviously, and then trickles down through here and feeds into that waterfall that we were just at. So, when you travel with me, you travel straight to the source.
Look at this little creepy bit. Ooh, squirrel. Heard a critter somewhere over there. We did it. We made it to Gorman Spring. Oh. Wow. Oh, there's a fish swimming around in there. Water's really clear. Wow. Damn. I'm tired. I still got a ways to go. But up from below. Emerging here from its underground source, Gorman Spring has shaped the landscape, history, and environment of this area of Colorado Bend. groundswell. Why does cool, clean water bubble up out of the ground here? To understand how Gorman Spring works, you need to look up. The cliffs above you are made of limestone, a highly porous type of rock. Limestone soaks up rainwater like a sponge. Groundwater then flows through the underground cracks and caves until it finds a way out. Like all water, groundwater follows the path of least resistance and emerges at a spring. I keep hearing something over there. Cool, clear water all year round. As early as 1913, the first pump installed at Gorman Spring supplied water to a cedar chop camp up the ridge. Later, the Lemons family replaced that pump with the one you can still see today. Which is that? Very old pump. Installed in 1922, the pump ahead of you supplied fresh water to a ranch just uphill from here. No photos exist of the Lemons Ranch, but it probably looked like this. We got some Guadalupe bass.